Okay, this is SuperCoach round 3 review. First video on SuperCoach for a long while, but let's get into it. And since you don't know my rank, it is 1940. I scored 1941 this week. Season rank is 8,175, which is pretty good. 6,129 is my total score at the moment. Team value is 11,145,000. And I had a pretty good week. Let's go straight into the actual team. I had Luke Ryan, Tom Stewart, who both played well. Tom Stewart went off with a concussion, which did halt his scoring quite a bit. Nick Dacos wasn't playing well until they moved him back, which helped improve his scoring. Harry Sheasel, what a gun. If you don't have him, get him in. D'Ambrosio, it was a flaw game, but I don't blame him because I saw him, he got near the bowl. It's not like he was turned off for the entire game, he just didn't end up getting the footy. Was efficient as always. Zach Williams, a better game from him. We've been wanting 70s to 80s and he has improved on those 51s. And he's up to a 70 now. I think he scored a 62 in the first game, so that's good. He'll go up him more money. This is a man we have to talk about. His break-evens at around 20, and he has stuffed up his break-even and his cash generation. So if you really want to go early on like Joshua Draper in terms of SuperCoach, you can. As you guys can see right here, Joshua Draper, second game on the bubble, -32. Or if you want to go in on a Tom Brown, if I can find his, yep, here he is. But the injury reports did just come back. I think Richmond are getting some defenders back. Yeah, he's on the bubble this week in -35. A little bit more expensive though. AFL injury lists, if you have a look here, I think that unless they ruled him out, I think Richmond could end up getting back a few tests. No, not a worry. Okay, so Dylan Grimes, Jack Graham and Dustin Martin. Okay, I don't think that should affect them too much, so we won't worry about that. But I still think Joshua Draper is the better option. I had Toby Pink, man. He's undersized, but wasn't the worst trade in the world. And it's not like he's going to lose his spot, hopefully. So we got him. We captained Bont, which, yeah, I think he was a little bit injured, which is why he went bold and scored 3 goals. But I'll take it, considering he only had 16 possessions. Moving on, Jack Steele, great game. Except for that last turnover in the last quarter where he kicks it out of the bounds on the full, but played well. James Jordan's break-even's up, so we have to watch out for that. Same with Fife, they're both at around 40. Matty Roberts, man, he's still got a negative break-even, playing spectacular. Colby McKercher. In 3 rounds we can move to the back line, but after you see my trades for this week, you'll see why we won't really have to worry about that. Riley Sanders played another good game. Jai Clark bounced back after that first 13 score in round 1 off as a sub. Now we can put Took Miller back into the midfield. Sammy Flanders will probably go forward. So let's just do that change now. Now we have Gorn. What a gun he is. Played very well. Grundy played very well as well. And was only 10 points off English, so it didn't punish me that much. Heaney played well. And you'll see in my captaincy loop, it will be looking like this. Because Melbourne play the first game and Isaac Heaney plays on the Saturday. And I think he can really take it off to take it up to Riley O'Brien, Max Gawn. And against West Coast, like, come on. But what's any of the West Coast midfielders going to do up against Isaac Heaney? Luke Jackson, he recovered late. He was on 70 at 3/4 time. Recovered. Jack Billings will be a trade out this week. His break even. Jack Billings' break even is looking... Let's have a look. At a 64. So he could lose Queen this week. So he will be out. Harley Reid's at a 20 break even. Bit worrying. Darcy Wilson stops his cash generation, but he's a good player, so I expect him to bounce back. Cabman, Sexton both had their bye, but I am going to put them on field for these two. And let's get into my trades. I am going to be trading out Jordan. I will be boosting. I'll put out Billings. And there's a choice here between Fife and Reid. But because I need the ons and the extra 20 points from Fife, I'm going to take that. I'm going to put Dacos in the mid. And we are going to take the average of, where is he? Dan Houston, down back. So then we'll have 5 primos. Then we will take the man with, you can see right here, I'll show you guys. One of the biggest break evens, is the biggest. Had a bad week. May have to change it if Bevo's stupid and he gets rid of him. But Sam Darcy should retain his spot unless Lob comes back, which he had a good game, which is a possibility. And a player I regret not getting in last week, but kinda don't at the same time, because I'll show you my trades from last week. Those are my 3. Jordan, Billings, Reid out. Houston, Darcy, Dempsey in. We'll put them in. And in terms of my trades, we have for round 3, did a boost. I got rid of Hayden Young, got in Luke Ryan, Gibcus, we got out and we bought in Toby Pink and got rid of Zach Reid and put in D'Ambrosio. Then in round 2 we got rid of Martin and Fisher and bought in Heaney and Billings. So Billings is out after 2 weeks, but at least he was a viable option for a while, so we got him, and that is our team. Tell me the trades you guys are considering, but despite from that, there aren't many more rookies you can go. You could jump late on a Karmas, but I wouldn't suggest it, and Carroll, I wouldn't jump late on him either. Because of Sam Walsh, I haven't had a look at Carlton's injury report, but I expect his 1 week, his 1 to 2 weeks, yeah, he could get dropped in 1 to 2 weeks. Carroll, I wouldn't do it. So, unless you're going on a Dempsey, Draper, Tom Brown, or Sam Darcy, no other rookies I would really go for. Unless, it's so risky, and I don't like it at all. But we do have to consider the Brisbane man Jared Lyons if he gets put in, for Devon Robertson because he played terrible. And that is it. What are your trades for this week? And I will see you next week.